Every day, members of the opposition in Venezuela have a new objective. They want to continue pressuring the government of Nicolas Maduro. On Wednesday, protesters in San Cristobal in the state of Táchira headed to the National Electoral Council to demand the government calls for elections.
We want to tell the police that defending a corrupt government that doesn't allow their own mothers, brothers, and grandmothers to get medicine. We are telling you to let us pass because the Electoral Council belongs to the people and not to those in the presidential palace, who are growing richer every day.
In the capital Caracas, thousands of protesters tried to make it to the Ombudsman office, but they met fierce resistance from the Bolivarian National Guard. One person was killed when hit with a tear gas canister. Protests are happening almost every day since the Supreme Court tried to strip Congress of its legislative powers.
Evidently, the idea is that the Ombudsman evaluates the ruling of the magistrates who carried out the coup d'etat to reinstate the constitution, reinstate democracy so that there is balance, independence and a separation of public powers.
People say they're tired of the severe economic crisis. Millions are struggling with lack of food and shortages of essential medicines.
We're just a few meters away from the border, and these shops have flourished. They're basically selling products to Venezuelan people. They're coming here to buy some flour, rice, oil, and diapers. They say those are the things that they cannot find or simply cannot afford in Venezuela.
In Washington, the Organization of American States called for a foreign affairs ministers meeting to discuss how best to deal with the crisis. But Caracas says the meeting is part of a Washington-led campaign against the government and has announced it will begin the 24-month process required to leave the organization.
Venezuela will not participate in any activity or events aiming to justify the interventionism of these countries that want to hurt Venezuela's peace and stability.
A political and economic crisis that for now has no end in sight. Teresa, Al Jazeera, Cucuta.